Below is a 3,000-character script in English about the history and significance of Bulguksa, Temple in Suguram Grotto in Gyeongju, written in a casual, conversational tone perfect for a YouTube video. It's designed to feel engaging and approachable, like you're chatting with your viewers. Opening scene upbeat music, shots of Gyeongju's scenery. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something super cool, two iconic spots in Gyeongju, South Korea: Bulguksa Temple and Suguram Grotto. These places aren't just beautiful, they're packed with history and meaning that'll blow your mind. So grab a snack, get comfy, and let's explore why these UNESCO World Heritage Sites are such a big deal. Seen walking toward Bulguksa Temple. First up, let's talk about Bulguksa Temple. Picture this, it's the year 751, and the Silla Kingdom is at its peak. That's when this temple got its start thanks to a guy named Kim Daesung. He was actually a high-ranking official, and legend says he built Bulguksa to honor his parents in this life. Pretty sweet, right? The name Bulguksa means Temple of the Buddha Land. And trust me, when you step in, it really does feel like you're entering a peaceful, sacred world. Now, Silla was all about Buddhism back then. It wasn't just a religion, it was the backbone of their culture and politics. So, building a temple like this, huge statement. It showed off their devotion and their skills. The original construction was finished around 774 under King Haegong. But here's the thing, Bulguksa didn't stay all shiny forever. Over the centuries, it got hit hard. Wars, invasions, you name it. The big one was the Imjin War in the 1590s, when Japanese forces burned most of it down. Ouch. Scene showing Dabatap and Seokatap pagodas. But don't worry, it's not all doom and gloom. What you see today is a mix of old and new. A lot of Bulguksa was rebuilt, especially in the 20th century, but they kept its spirit alive. Check out these two pagodas, Dabatap and Seokatap. They're like the stars of the show here. Dabatap is super fancy with all these intricate carvings, total flecks of Silla craftsmanship. Seokatap, though, it's simpler, more chill, but just as meaningful. They say these two represent balance, the detailed and the plain, the yin and yang of Buddhist philosophy. Cool, huh? Seen inside the temple grounds. Walking around Bulguksa, you can't help but feel the vibes. The wooden halls, the stone bridges, the lotus ponds, it's all designed to make you slow down and reflect. Back in the day, this wasn't just a pretty spot. It was a hub for monks, scholars, and even kings. They'd come here to pray, meditate, and connect with Buddha's teachings. And that layout? It's not random. The way the buildings line up, it's all about harmony with nature. A big deal in Korean Buddhism. Transition scenic drive up to Seokguram. Okay, now let's hop over to Seokguram Grotto. It's just a few kilometers away, up in the hills of Tohamsan Mountain. Same guy, Kim Daesung, kicked this one off too. But get this, they say he built Seokguram for his parents from a past life. Talk about family dedication. Construction started around 751 as well, and it was finished by 774. So these two projects were like his twin masterpieces. Seen approaching the grotto entrance. Seokguram is totally different from Bulguksa though. While Bulguksa is this big open temple, Seokguram is a man-made cave tucked into the mountain. You walk up this winding path, gorgeous views by the way, and then you get to this little stone chamber. Inside, a massive Buddha statue staring right at you. It's unreal. The grotto was built to protect this Buddha, and they nailed it seriously. It's been sitting there for over 1,000 years. Seen inside Seokguram imagery or description, so here's the scoop on what's inside. The main Buddha is about 3.5 meters tall, carved from granite, and he's just majestic. He's sitting cross-legged, one hand up, one down, classic pose of enlightenment. Around him, there's this circular dome ceiling, and it's covered with carvings of bodhisattvas, guardians, and disciples. Every detail is insane the way the light hits it. The symmetry, it's like the Silla people were flexing their math, art, and faith all at once. The coolest part? This wasn't just thrown together. The grotto's design is crazy smart. They used natural ventilation to keep it dry, and the way it's positioned, it faces east, toward the sunrise and the sea. Some say it's symbolic, like Buddha watching over the world. Others think it's tied to Silla's hopes for peace and protection. Either way, it's genius. Seen historical context. Now, Seokguram's had its struggles too. Over time, it got weathered, rain, humidity, the usual suspects. By the early 20th century, it needed help. The Japanese colonial government tried fixing it during their occupation from 1910 to 1945, but yekes, they kinda messed it up with concrete and poor planning. Later, South Korea stepped in, and in the 1960s, they gave it a proper restoration. That glass wall you see, now, it's there to protect the statue from moisture and tourists. Not the prettiest, but it works. Seen wrapping up with wide shots. So why do these places matter? Bulguksa and Seokguram aren't just old buildings, they're time capsules of Silla's golden age. They show how Buddhism shaped Korea, how art and architecture were weapons of pride and power. In 1995, UNESCO slapped that World Heritage label on them, and honestly, they deserve it. They're not just for history nerds either. Whether you're into spirituality, art, or just epic views, there's something here for you. All through smiling at the camera. That's it for today, fam. Have you ever been to Bulguksa or Seokguram? Or are they on your travel list now? Drop a comment below, I want to hear your thoughts. If you liked this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next adventure. See you in the next one, bye!